Hello everyone, my name is Aisha Mobley and I am a school counselor here at Wolcott High School.
My name is Sal Capola. I'm a social studies teacher here at Wolcott High School.
Hi, my name is Rebecca Dandino and I'm a senior at Wolcott High School.
Bruce McIntyre, public speaking teacher at Wolcott High School.
I'm Miranda Velez and I'm a senior from Wolcott High School.
Yes, I do. I do believe that there is an addiction to technology.
Yes, I do. I do believe there is an addiction to technology.
I do believe there's an addiction to technology.
Do I believe there's an addiction to technology? Yes, I do.
Yes, I do believe there is an addiction to technology. People can't go like a day without being on the computer or texting someone or calling someone, and people rely on it to get through the day. So it's an addiction.
You know, students are attached to their cell phones or iPods or other technological devices.
And students who lose their phones in class react as if you're taking everything away from them when it's simply just the phone. I experience it here not only with students but also with my own children at home.
I know that before I got very interested into books, like computer games and everything was my thing. I used to have times on the computer that I tell my parents, you can't go on the computer, I need it, and I'd really be playing video games.
In fact, sometimes I can be speaking to adults in my own department, and as I'm speaking I can see little fingers moving and eyes not necessarily making contact. And forget about if there's someone actually who's a lot younger, like in a generation in today's senior class, let's say. So yes, definitely. My daughter watches the Kardashians. She's addicted to it. My daughter spends a lot of time on Facebook. She's addicted to that. She doesn't really interact. Sometimes you can actually see that she gets, I would say, more edgy and nervous about things, or short-tempered, let's say, than she might had she not really been using social media.
I'm addicted to technology. I will admit it.
People can kind of get antsy. Without it, symptomatic symptoms kind of evolve and things like that. That's sad. That's unfortunate. Particularly children, elementary school all the way up through high school, even college, are not as active anymore as they once were years ago. No one seems to be going outside anymore, playing games, thinking about games. Everything is inside on Facebook, Twitter, playing computer games and things like that. So the amount of physical activity that someone is receiving in a day's time has significantly diminished.
I think that more and more kids are sitting at home and not getting physical exercise, not outside as much. Not too long ago, kids, if you wanted to hang out with your friends, you went outside and you physically got up, and now you could speak to all your friends at once on the cell phone and you don't even have to get out of your seat. So video games has done a number on kids, and I think it's part of the child obesity problem. I think it's very unhealthy.
In terms of social inappropriateness, it's easy to defame someone's character. It's easy to, say mean things via email or typing or texting it than it is to actually say it to someone's face, because you don't have to worry or even care about their reaction. You type it out, you text it out, you press send, and however the other person feels is on them.
As far as bullying goes, or kids having to deal with issues at school, I think it follows them everywhere now. They never get a break from it.
Probably emotionally, because bullying has definitely become a big issue, like on social media.
It's like anything. Social appropriateness would be one of those things that should be ingrained in you, and hopefully whatever you need to overcome to make sure that you are appropriate, that you do that, and that does include social media. And another thing about it too that's a difficulty is that you think that because you can type something and send it to somebody that in fact it doesn't have any ramifications to it, and it actually does. And people don't really seem to understand that. Just because you get to vent and put down what you might want to put down doesn't necessarily mean that anything has been communicated or in fact even discussed or solved.
I feel like people don't know how to behave anymore, and they feel like they can do whatever they want, even just because they can post something on Twitter or say something on Facebook and it won't do anything. It's gone out of control. It definitely caused a lack of social appropriateness. People are acting as if there are no rules and no boundaries. They're just crossing lines and thinking it's A-okay, and it's not. It's really not.
Folks are feeling more uncomfortable to talk to each other because they haven't mastered those communication skills, because they can easily just send a quick email or a quick little tweet. Face-to-face contact, face-to-face communication doesn't often exist. And so particularly I find with some students, they're uncomfortable having face-to-face contact with teachers or colleges because it feels uncomfortable to them. They are embarrassed.
I see it as more negative personally. There's a lot of great things that come with technology, but we find that kids have trouble reading and understanding what they're reading now. As far as being able to read a book or research anything, students have lost those skills. All the information they get is right at their fingertips, and they expect gratification very quickly.
I think some parts are good. I think, calculators and school-related parts of technology are good. I think if the world ever comes to an end, the world is going to have a big problem because they're not going to know what to do.
It's both, and you have to, I'm not going to say you should limit yourself, but I think you should be well aware of the fact of what you're doing and for how long you're doing it. As far as using technology, and if you're in a family situation and you're home and you're not really interacting with one another, or if people are sitting there at the table having dinner together, in quotes, but in fact are actually on different cell phones communicating in various social media, that could be an issue.
I see it as a negative thing, a definitely negative thing. It's bringing people down. People don't even go outside of their houses anymore. They're stuck inside.
We're on show for 5 periods a day, and if we're boring in any way, the students can't retain any focus for a certain period of time.
Being that I'm a counselor, I should probably be empathetic to that, but I think that's absolutely hilarious. It's a little unfortunate.
The survey that was done, I don't know the accuracy of it, but I could find it believable. I do, from time to time, with my own children, take away cell phone as a punishment sometimes, and if they don't have it for a day, it's like an eternity for them. So I could see the agony.
It's ridiculous. No, I think it is ridiculous. I think people rely too much on it, and it's kind of a big problem.
Oh, can I function 24 hours without technology? I believe that I could, yes. Would I want to? Probably not.
Absolutely. I believe with no problem I could probably function without technology for a week or so and not have any problems.
If I wasn't so interested in books, I would say yes, but like based on past experience, if I didn't have books, I don't think I could function without it.
I could probably do it more readily than most. However, there would be certain things technology including not just the social networks and so forth, but also television and other things that have become somewhat passé. Would I be able to function without them? Probably more easily than most. But I'm an old timer too.
Me personally, probably not.
I think that you could probably verify that pretty easily just by taking certain cell phones or whatever media are being used to communicate, take those away from either your own children or perhaps spouses, and see if in fact they become more irritable, showing those signs that your survey actually shows. Yes, absolutely.
As a society, we've gotten away from just human connection. This would definitely be an addiction, some type of an addiction.
Well, okay, going 24 hours without your cell phone or any source of technology would be a challenge for most people, and it would be a challenge for me because I will admit that I am addicted to my cell phone, and I think that it would be like something like cool to do to see if people could actually do it, you know, like maybe like a day in school or just like on your own, just try it out and see if you can do it. I mean, you probably won't be able to, but it's just something nice to see. Like, you'll see if it's actually worth it and stuff.
So the reality is that you should be where you are. Your mind should be where you are. And if you happen to be alone and you want to use social media to communicate as something to make you less lonesome, that's one thing. But to be with people and to be doing that seems ridiculous.